causes mystery. There's a void inside of me, cause I know this is a dream. It's the matrix now I see. Still my body moves unconsciously. I've got no control over me. I keep trying to wake up every day.
All right. Okay, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, the Targeted Individual Experience. This is a new setup I have here in terms of being able to now do my videos like this when I'm over here away from home, right? Took me a while to do this, but you know, I still missing some key pieces. Hopefully, I'll be able to get them in the coming months. You know, I got to do this little by little, and you know, just continue to bring in you guys the truth, exposing the Targeted Individual Program, exposing the dark triads in the position of authority, who are engaging in covert warfare, covert psychological warfare, cognitive warfare, and neurocognitive warfare, because their ultimate goal is to microchip people and use religion as a tool to get the religious fanatical believers into accepting and going along and also participating in targeting certain individuals or a group of people. And when I say group of people, I'm talking about black people. And they will also use black people to engage in criminal activities in which they themselves might be even microchipped and don't even know it. Okay? And I'm going to show you again another example of how, and I spoke about this before, of what they used to do in terms of using UPC codes, right? And putting them all on the sidewalk, wherever I'm going somewhere. You know, even when I reach my destination, there'll be a UPC code right on the ground in front of whether it be a business or what have you. Okay, and then they started doing it within the home, using family members to place UPC codes in the hallways in front of my bedroom doors. Even over here by Pam, I walk in here today again, and you know, having those UPC codes from these clothing tags, right? Left all over the place. And so, yeah, but I'm going to show you guys how they will, time to time, you know, give me a reminder, which I already know. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really bother me anymore because, you know, this is just part of them, you know, showing you actually that they can get away with what they've been getting away with, which is microchipping people. Okay, and remember, they will use the mental illness theme to their advantage and to your disadvantage if you're a TI, and if you know, particularly in the part of this program, which is the coercive persuasion program, is to manipulate you into accepting what it is that they've done to you, and to prevent you from coming forward and exposing it. Okay. So I'm going to show you a video. I uploaded one video earlier today. All right, this is a video where I'm getting off the bus. You know, when I got on the bus to the ending of the video I uploaded today, the bus driver looked down at the floor of the bus as I was coming in the bus, and I glanced and I saw again the UPC code. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys. Let me actually, before I do this, let me play a clip of a video. It's Bobby Hemmett, The Prophet, Spiritual Warfare, and Physical Reality. And I want you to listen what he's saying, because what he's saying right here is absolutely on point.
So, without further ado, the body is
know me, we'll push it as long as we can until they throw us out. You know. Yeah.
Want me to
You know
slide?
me now. I'm gonna go. You know, until they throw us out.
Money playing the audio, by the way.
Huh?
They want to get a copyright strike.
Yeah, you know. So we throw it out, we're gonna do a long haul, so you know, try to pull an 8-hour a day. I do like I did in LA, I did a 10-hour in LA.
Yeah.
But basically I keep it at about 6 hours just for, you know.
Spiritual purpose.
I did 7 hours in Houston the other week. And answer, and I'll let you know what I'm doing here. The day is Sunday, which is more. You see, to keep you on shutdown.
Okay, let's go to that.
And another thing that's real detrimental at this particular time, but this is going to be a downfall for you people that's got children over 20. If you got children over 20, 25, you really need to seriously think about cutting them loose as far as financial assistance. Because that's going to be, in this war that we got going on, they're going to send all kinds of obstacles to you. You see, to keep you on shutdown and on lockdown. And one way they're going to get to you is through your children. It's bad enough if you got some waterhead kids that's 11 and 13, but you know, that's legal, you got to deal with that. But any of these children and stuff like that, that's a thorn in your side, that's a burden. You know the ones that's cool, that flow with your stuff, and is a doggone attribute, an asset. But all of the liability, you need to cut them loose, because it's not being mean-spirited. What it is telling you, in a spiritual warfare, if they see light rising up, they will send two entities or two or more entities, mainly your family members, to hold you down. And that's the key. Now, I always told you, need to, like when one person was saying about your family, what you do with your family, you need to cut family loose.
Okay. Now, he's totally on point in what he's saying, how they will manipulate family members to constantly ask you for money. But he doesn't quite understand how it's being done. Okay? Bobby Hemmett, the man is full of information, knowledge up to wazoo. Okay? But I've been studying this program and what they've been doing. And again, hijacking the consciousness of family members, friends, manipulating situations to where they're going to have to rely on you for money at times. Doesn't happen all the time, but they're going to be a point where it seems like it's always happening. It's a continuous thing. And so what you have to do, if you're a TI, and you know, if you're working, and you know this situation arises with family members, if you're a parent and you're a TI, here's what you need to do. You need to speak to your children, your other family members, your friends, and to let them know that things are being done in order to use them as a tool to take from you financially, right? I'll give you an example. You know, at the end of the month, you know, when, you know, you're low on funds, right? You will find that people will constantly call you to ask you for money, right? And again, you have to observe this. And if it happens consistently, then you need to speak to them, okay? And say, hey, I need you to be aware that this is being done, that things are being done behind the scenes, in the shadows, to make you spend money, and then you have to come and ask me for money. So maybe your son or your daughter, right? Let's say they're in their 20s. They have a girlfriend or boyfriend. You know, what they will do is they will manipulate your children, significant others, into draining them of their financial resources. So now your son and your daughter will have to come to you for help. All right. So again, this is the way how they operate. Remember, they operate with a contingency plan that's at least 10 to 15 layers deep. They have to have a contingency plan for every outcome, whether it be good or bad. Okay. This is how, again, they're able to manipulate people, including you and STIs, because they already know the outcomes and they can create whatever outcome they want. This is the problem with the belief system, is that when they have you only believing without thinking critically, you cannot navigate your way through the things that they're doing to you and the people around you to manipulate them to negatively affect you and impact you. Okay. So again, I'm gonna give you my example now. So my daughter, right? She's always like this. Whenever I come over here, I go to pick her from school. Sometimes I may have like maybe $10 in my wallet. Okay. And at that time, she's constantly asking for, oh, I want to go to the store, I want a sandwich. Like, no. All right. You had lunch in school. You're going over to the boys and girls. They'll feed you over there. And then she'll throw a temper tantrum. And I used to buy her a sandwich. Then I began to realize what was happening. Remember, observation through observing what's in front of you. But not only what's in front of you, but what's behind you, what's inside of you, what's up, what's down. Okay? You have to look at things from multiple angles. And when I realized that this was happening after about the third or fourth time, I stopped it. Okay? And then when they realized that it's not working anymore, she stopped asking me. Okay? But then there are times, again, because, you know, once you've been microchipped, they have access to your mind. You have no privacy. It is a continuous daily assault on your intellect, on your cognitive ability. It is what Jos Malou called the grape of the mind. And it's like every day. Okay? And I say the word grape because, again, you know, YouTube algorithms, so I don't want my video flagged or put in a certain category. But understand what I'm saying. And if you go and you read, there's a book. It's called The Grape of the Mind by Josh M. Malou. Okay? And you will understand. Right? Also, there's a PDF available online. I think it's at the Army War College. It's called The Mind Has No Firewall. Okay? Meaning that they can attack your mind because you don't have any defenses. Right? The mind, unlike a computer where you have firewalls, but guess what? If they attack those firewalls all the time, they will eventually succeed in getting through that firewall. And particularly if you've been microchipped, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. They will, and you hear the car honking, beep, beep. They will have access to your mind 24/7. Not only do they read what you're thinking, but they can put whatever in your mind and condition you, program you, however they like. If you're not aware. If you are aware, they can still condition you. They can still do certain things. And if you are hyper aware like I am, when they try to engage in certain types of manipulation, I don't fall for it. Okay? Because I know now. I know what's going on. Okay? So I just wanted to make that point because, again, when I look at Bobby Hemmett's video, and I've looked at tons of them, you will hear the same type of noise campaign going on in the background. Fire trucks, police, sirens. At sometimes it got so bad that he even said to himself and the audience, he's like, yeah, well, you know, when you're doing this kind of work, this is what they'll do to try to distract you, right? So this brother, this elder, I should say, is was a targeted individuals, and he was talking about also microwave and radio frequency used to manipulate our minds, and he's always talking about frequencies. So I know he has somewhat of an idea. He may not have the total, you know, the totality of what's really going on, but you know, he was a TI, a target individual, kind of like you and I, right? Probably even microchip, didn't even know it. Okay, all right. So let's move on to the video that I want to show you guys. Yeah, where am I? Right here. Okay. Hold on a sec here. There we go. Let's do this. All right. So, as I was getting off the bus driver literally staring at me. He literally turned, stared at me. Then, because I usually say, thank you and have a good day, right? And he stares at me, and then he looks down, looking at this. This is a UPC sticker or a tag, right? And I had to zoom it up, right? Because again, this is very quick, right? Right, so I'm gonna let the video play.
When I got on the bus on the drive, they had a barcode sticker on the bus there. He looked down at the barcode sticker. So that's why I had to record it when I was getting off the bus to show. So I'm getting off the bus now. He's looking at me. He's looking directly down at the barcode sticker. Okay, that's to tell you. He keeps sending me this little message about being microchip. Right? When I talk about remote monitoring, what it is that they do, I'm showing you guys what they engage in. Right? Illegal microchip, and they're gonna be able to be scared. Right? Like I said, one thing, experience of what I experienced when I read that book about Jim Jones, and how in the 1970s, the same one that they claim poisoned his members, he didn't poison his members, it was the CIA. Okay? It was the CIA. Right? That's who it was. It was the CIA. Okay? The CIA did it. Why? Because Jim Jones was warning black people what the government were up to in the 1970s, which was creating microchips to implant microchip black people. And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
Now, when I say he was warning black people, he was warning members of his congregation who were black to tell their family members that this was happening. And he attracted a lot of black people because, again, he did not believe in the white supremacist ideology, okay? And he was bringing black people together, right, as well as other people. And, this government at the time didn't like that. Just as how they assassinated Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, and they assassinated Malcolm X. They also assassinated Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Okay, they also assassinated Bob Marley. Right? And again, these are recent, and I say recent meaning within the past 4 decades of what the CIA and the FBI and local and state city police departments were engaging. And how many other more people have they assassinated that we didn't even know about? The poisoning, the frame-ups and setups, just like they incarcerated Black Panther members who they set up and kept them in solitary confinement until they were old and posed no threat. Okay? And what we have now again, is the microchipping of people who they feel is a threat. That means political activists, anyone they see as a leader, or have the potential to be a leader, right? So I talk about community activists, political activists, politicians who want to change the system for the better, that they don't want that. Okay, we're talking about people in places of power, people in positions of authority, the wealthy, the 1%, who always want to remain at the top. All right, hold on a second. Okay, so people choose not to listen, particularly people of my group, Black people, and that will be to their detriment and to their continued downfall.
Okay? Go and read the book. Dark Persuasion. Alright? Go and read that book, man. Let me tell you, when I heard that, I was like, what? And then I looked into the story, and it talked about how they had a CIA agent that had a CIA plant, okay, in his organization. And after what happened in Georgetown, Jamestown, Guyana, the CIA agent left and went to the island of Trinidad, where he withdrew $5 million from an account, an offshore account. That was his payment. They paid him $5 million. Okay? So there's no question in my mind that these people will be manipulated and driven to doing what they did. Okay? So yeah, I don't believe that shit at all about, the book clearly states what Jim Jones was trying to do. Okay? And he had gotten information, right? Because he was friends, cozy with a certain senator, right? And that senator, I think, was killed. Right? So again, they were clearing house. Right? They were getting rid of anybody who knew what it is that they were up to. Okay? Yeah, go read the book. Dark Persuasion. I forgot the author's name. Hey, this government, the U.S. government, particularly in the 70s and 60s and 70s, in terms of what they were doing, and in the 50s actually, empty offshore. So, you can't put them past these people. All right, talk to you guys later.
So the book is called Dark Persuasion. The author is Joel E. Dimsdale, and you guys should read it. Okay, very informative, and particularly tells you how people use dark persuasion, dark psychological manipulation to manipulate people, right? To control people. And not only do they use just the psychological aspect, but also setups, frame-ups, blackmail, a whole host of other things that they'll do. Okay? Talk to you guys in the next video. All right, I got them. I don't, like I said, there's certain things that I have to get, but let me kind of just find certain things here. Okay, let me do this. Talk to you guys in the next video.
Thumping loud, shaking up the street. Every step I take, moving to the beat. Lightning fast, I'm breaking it down. Feeling the pulse in every sound. Never miss a step, always on the move. The beat's my partner, we groove as 1, 2.